Hey guys, well, we also welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Scorpio placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading, or the channel can be found in the description box below. We're going to use multiple decks of cards you're reading today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards, and a few personalized messages that I've created. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, and please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. I've done a major shuffle of all the cards so we can pretty much get straight into the read. Angels of Love and Light, could you please have clear and concise messages for all Scorpio placements? What do they need to know for the current energies? Or whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages, what do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Starting off the reading today with the tea leaf fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. Okay, fill that one as well. So we have the month of August. We have firecracker, excitement. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And we have angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. So potentially 888 is a number that you've been seeing. Also, I'm hearing Leo, Virgo, maybe even Sagittarius placements could be significant here. Bottom of the deck, we have wind chimes, peace and harmony. We have wealth, beautiful, and then money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Wow. Okay, so this is looking very promising, especially to do with your career and your finances. Okay, or your business if you have a business. But we're going to get into the reading with the Modern Witch Tarot deck and find out a little bit more about what's going on for you. So yeah, I'm really getting highlighted to say something about the summer is very significant, or leading up into the summer months. So what's going on, please and thank you, for Scorpio? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Okay, Page of Wands, Aries, Leo. Oh wow, it's getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. So yeah, fire again wanted to be said, wanted to come through. Ten of Cups, and then the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords, everything is fine. 10-10 is significant. Maybe 1-1-1 as well, or 2-2-2, you could be seeing of those numbers. And then the Three of Cups, beautiful. Six of Swords, love it. And then we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. And we're currently in Taurus season, and we have the number 5 showcasing here. And we're in the month of May, which is the 5th month of the year. 414 just come up on my timer. That may be significant also. But you're moving from a position and place whereby there is something to do with fated endings. Okay, there's something to do with endings bringing in new beginnings, and I feel like this is very transformational. I feel like you guys are ever so close to getting into this new life of yours. 444 on the timer. Now 444 is a very strong angel number that signifies divine guidance, protection and support, and we have the angel being highlighted here as well, so that number could be coming in a lot for you as well. Okay, and fours represent, you know, foundation, okay, order coming through. So I feel like there's this sense of balance coming in as well. What else is going on for Scorpio placements? What do they need to know? What's to go underneath the Page of Swords to clarify? Okay, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and we've mentioned Virgo already in this reading. Also with this year, 2025, we're in the year 9. You're breaking that down with numerology. So there's a lot to do with endings taking place and new beginnings, closing out cycles, which is evident, right? So what else is going on? Okay, Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Knight of Wands, and I'll take just one or two more. Yep, thank you. We have the Four of Wands, beautiful, the 1111 card, and one more. Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the World, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius coming through, and the Three of Wands. Well, this indicates that there's been a triumphant ending or successful ending to a cycle and new beginnings on the horizon. That's pretty much what I've been saying right from the get-go. Okay, your ships are coming in, you're getting ready to broaden your horizons, but it's definitely been a very challenging journey that you've been dealing with. I'm hearing in all avenues of your life, okay? But there's something significant here about this path that you're on. You may have felt like you kind of been going through a lot on your own, okay? But I'm hearing you have so much support around you at this time, especially in regards to the unseen, okay? You're very tapped in, you're very intuitive, and I feel like you have this strong sense of knowing that everything is going to be changing dramatically, everything is going to be moving on forward, all will be well, and that whatever you have been dealing with, even if it has lasted a while, is only temporary. So I'm hearing to keep going and hang on in there, as you're literally just about to break through into this whole new life of yours. And this is going to feel like I'm hearing a breath of fresh air for you, okay? So what's to go underneath the Ten of Cups, please and thank you. I will pick up on more messages, but I just want to predominantly get the cards out on the table first and foremost. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Two of Cups. This wanted to come through as well. Eight of Wands, things picking up. There's a sense of momentum taking place. I'm hearing that everything you've been going up, I'm hearing up against, until this point in time, has been the sense of preparation. Okay, like you've been in training. Okay, like at training camp or something. But I'm hearing that you've nearly completed the sense of training and you're ready to be on your way, okay? It's a sense of being like graduating, okay? So you've passed some major tests, some universal tests, and you've passed with flying colours is what I'm hearing, and you're getting ready to be on the move, whereby things are going to be much smoother sailing for you. What else underneath the Ten of Cups, please and thank you? Some of you have really wanted to move, okay? You've wanted to relocate. This could be very plausible for you in the very near future. The Moon, Pisces energy. I do believe that in the next week, we have your full moon in Scorpio, which is going to be very potent energy for everyone, but especially you guys. And also I'm hearing the fellow fixed signs. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And I do believe that shortly after your full moon, coming up on May 12th, that there is a significant change or huge astrological event taking place on the 18th of May. And we have the number 18 coming through with this moon card. And also breaking down with numerology, that's also a 9, okay? So 999 is very significant, and I was saying about that earlier, that we're in the year of the 9. So I'm hearing that even though you can't necessarily see how the transformation is going to take place or how things are going to unfold, I'm hearing it's all going to be revealed to you very, very soon. And this actually is going to be very exciting for you with that Page of Wands, because I feel like it's about time for things to be out there in the open, especially if there's been some sort of illusion over certain things going on in your life, or there's been the sense of illusion that not everything is what it seems. So even if you haven't necessarily been completely fulfilled with how your life has been turning out, you know, wanting things to improve or get better. There's a lot in the undercurrent that you don't know and don't see. As I say that, 10 of Cups and 1111 just come up on the timer. And we're clarifying the 10 of Cups. I mean, how synchronistic is this? This is what's actually coming through for you, and it's all happening in the background right now that you don't see, but you've intuitively felt. And so, therefore, there's been this sense of, you know, apprehension, right, about whether it is going to come into fruition or whether you were just kind of kidding yourself, right? But that's not the case. So, just continue to have the sense of trust, of faith, and believe that even though that it's taken its time, it will be very much worthwhile when it does come through for you with whatever this is in particular. Or is this, if this is just like you wanted, you know, everything in your life to change, even, it's coming through. 3 of Wands, another time we've seen that card. Okay, so even though you can't see it, it's very much here for you. It will all make sense. You'll get the clarity with the Queen of Swords. Okay, 1212 just come up on the timer. You may be seeing those numbers. I'll take one more card. Thank you. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you are going to be letting go. You're going to be releasing. You're going to be moving on. You're going to be walking away from something in particular, or some sort of group or individuals. And you're going to have the strength in order to do this. Leo energy. We have the number 8 coming through with the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. You're moving into a position and place where there are going to be, you know, other energies that are much more aligned for you, which is going to create this space in order for you to thrive here with that 6 of Wands, rather than where you may have currently been, if it's to do with a physical location or living with family or in a particular community, or, you know, childhood home or neighborhood, something like this. What else have we got here with the 2 of Pentacles? I will pick up on more messages. 7 of Cups. Bear with me, guys. 5 of Wands. Yeah, we have the Emperor, Aries energy. We have the 5 of Cups wanting to showcase. And what else? 9 of Swords. Yeah, this has been really tricky for you, this transition. It's been very difficult. I feel like all you've basically wanted is a sense of order and stability, and you really haven't been getting very much of that. It's like something you have been kind of yearning for, craving even. And you may have felt like I've been doing absolutely everything in my power in order to do of this, but it didn't seem to matter how much you were putting in. It wasn't really kind of making a situation better. And so you may have felt like you've been wanting to kind of give up here, right? Give up maybe on the idea that things are going to be improving, but you are going to be in this energy of receiving, right? You are going to receive that sense of balance, peace, harmony, stability, that strong foundation that you want for yourself in your life. And I feel like you're coming through stronger than ever, even if at times you really don't feel like it. I'll take one more. Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, there's you, Knight of Cups. You are going to be moving forward, right? So expect good news with that Page of Wands. We have the Devil and the Magician. Okay. And then the 9 again with the 9 of Wands. So Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, and Capricorn coming through. Yeah, you're closing a cycle here that has been karmic in nature, and there is this fated ending taking place. And I'm feeling that everything that you went through was trying to get you into a position and place for you to walk away from the prospect of getting ready to embrace this new life of yours. Okay, like trying to distract you or interfere with your life or cause some sort of conflict or chaos, to get you into this position and place where you feel like, look, I'm so exhausted, I may as well not bother carrying on in the trajectory that I am and just kind of call it quits here. But I'm hearing not to give up, okay? I'm hearing it's important to try to tap into those hidden reserves that you have, that you know that you have, okay? So if you're having like an off day or a bad day or something, like don't kind of count yourself out, or don't count out what you've got going on or what you're working on and dismiss it completely, or kind of, leave it behind, or especially if it's something that you're really passionate about and it means a great deal to you, just come at it and from another perspective, or give yourself some time and then return back to whatever it is that you're working on. And this will then kind of really assist you um, with seeing things from another perspective. I'm getting something to do with reframing, the language that you're telling yourself about your situation or about who you're dealing with or what you've got going on in your life, so that you're kind of instilling more positive affirmations to yourself and about what's going on, coming from a place of attitude, um, the gratitude attitude. That's what I just heard, okay? And I feel like you guys are incredibly grateful and you've come to a position and place of acceptance of what it is that you've been up against and what you've been dealing with. But obviously, there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Um, you know, we have that sense of innate desire for more because it's a sense of we wanting to create. And there's so much that you want to create to the point where it can be difficult sometimes to actually pinpoint what it is that you're wanting to kind of prioritize here and move yourself on forward with that. So expect news from somebody, okay? That could be related to your career or somebody that you work with or a project, or just expect communication from someone who I'm hearing is going to illuminate something, some sort of truth to you, maybe about you, about how they feel about you, or I'm hearing of an inspiration that you are. So even if at times you feel like you are running on empty here, you're fighting for everything that you have, or you're trying to sustain whatever it is that you've got going on in your life, and you're like, oh my gosh, no one is seeing behind the scenes of what it is that I'm actually putting in here. And so therefore you may feel like, especially if you're somebody that's like a public figure or you're on social media or doing or something like this, it's like people don't see all of that you've been kind of going through. And so therefore you may feel like you're not being fully appreciated, you may feel like you've been undervalued in some way. But I feel like it's difficult because on some level, like, you do know that you have of this, but it's like it feels like for some reason it's not necessarily enough. Or if it's not necessarily enough and there it is there, it's like maybe it's not coming from the certain individuals that you were hoping for it to come from. Okay, so maybe, people that are close friends or family members or what have you. So maybe you are getting that sense of appreciation and you are very much valued and you do bring a lot to whatever it is that you're putting out there, and people do really love what it is that you're showcasing, especially if it's to do with a project or a business or your career here. But maybe it's a sense of like certain people who you want to have that sense of not necessarily validation from. Maybe like this person or these people just to say that they're proud of you despite of everything, or they don't kind of quite understand what it is that you're actually going through or how tough something actually has been for you, so they haven't really been, in your shoes, as it were. Hmm. Yeah, I am getting quite a lot of channeled messages to do with that. What else? Bear with me, guys. I do feel that you've been on this, most likely a spiritual path. Like, you've had a spiritual awakening, you've gone through the dark night of the soul. You are somebody that has been trying to find this sense of peace within yourself, within your life, and acceptance on this journey that you're on. You may have had to kind of lose so much, maybe lose everything, especially in your material world. Financially, things may have gone downhill. You may have felt like your health wasn't in the best place, or you have dealt with situations that cause you to have this sense of decline in every area of your life, because you dealt with something that was very, you know, toxic, is what I'm hearing. Okay. But I feel like you walked away from that. It could have been something to do with a relationship, but if not, then it could have been maybe even going no contact with a family member, or distancing yourself from certain relatives here, um, or moving away to another location. Maybe you had to move back home, or move back in with family, or do or something like this in order to retreat and get away from what it was that you were dealing with at the time. And this may have not been necessarily ideal, but you have slowly but surely been working through what you've been wanting or needing to work through in regards to healing. And I feel like you've disconnected from many people from your past. And I'm hearing you're definitely nowhere near the same as who you were from back then to where you are now. And I'm hearing unrecognizable. So even if the sense, like, your physical appearance hasn't necessarily changed so much, your energy, your aura has, okay? And I feel like you just have this completely different, vibe about you. And you see things completely differently from how you were before. And it's interesting because it could be quite enlightening for you when you do look back on the past, and it's like, that version of me now would never have tolerated or gone through what the old past version of me did go through and endured, I'm hearing, or dealt with, or, you know, what have you. But as time has gone on, you have retreated from certain individuals. You may have cut out your social circle completely. You may have maybe one or two friends, or only a few people that you get in contact with now and again, or if they're getting in contact with you. I feel like you could be getting into a position and place where you're wanting to actually, like, rejoin the world, is what I've just heard. Like, you're wanting to, embrace the possibilities of meeting new people and socializing, and, maybe even the prospect of opening up to a love connection. Maybe you are thinking about the possibilities being potentially endless, and that you're not limited or restricted to a certain position or place in your life, whether that's a physical location, or whether that is, your state of mind, state of being. You could be very much open to wanting to travel more, or maybe you're wanting to potentially broaden your horizons and maybe move to a foreign country, or learning new cultures, maybe new languages. Um, you could be someone that's deciding, look, at the end of the day, I need to do things that are right and best for me. And as long as I'm not causing or harm or detriment to anybody else, then I'm not going to be sacrificing or self sabotaging myself and my needs and my wants and my desires because of, you know, others around me. So if that could potentially resonate in regards to people pleasing, maybe in the past, or dealing with people that were very much heavily reliant on you, you could be saying no. I'm hearing no as a full sentence. These others may be potentially confused, um, a little bit in a daze, especially if you do turn around and say, look, I'm not going to be taking that on, or that's not necessarily my responsibility, etc. I'm hearing find somebody else to do it, as bluntly as that sounds. Okay, because I feel like you have potentially been carrying the sense of sadness for a while. okay? And you've been struggling with that sense of sadness, and I'm hearing disappointment and upset for a while. And potentially you may have felt that you have had to mask in some sort of way in order to just keep the peace or keep things going as they are. But I'm hearing that you're at this breaking point now where it is genuinely affecting you so much to the point where your soul, I'm hearing, is very uncomfortable. Your emotions have been bubbling up. There's a sense like certain things that are coming through for you, and you're like, look, I'm done. I've had enough of this. I feel like you're ready to walk in your purpose. I feel like you're ready to follow your heart, do the things that bring you that sense of joy, not being associated with anyone that brings you down or makes you feel guilty or makes you feel a certain type of way, which makes you feel like you're lacking in some sort of way or not good enough or worthy enough or whatever. Like, I feel like you're done. I feel like you would rather be the sense of like on your own and embracing that lone wolf kind of energy than you would be, rather than having a load of people around you 24/7. And I feel like also that's been a learning curve for you as well, where in the past you may have been someone who had to be surrounded by many people or felt like you didn't have, I'm hearing that you, it's like the sense of like you didn't want to be left alone, like you wanted to be surrounded by people, okay, so that you wouldn't necessarily feel the gap or the void or the emptiness of being on your own and having to confront or be face to face with why you were feeling that sense of emptiness, that void, wanting to avoid of certain things or numb them or deny the feelings that you were having. But what I'm getting is that you may have been feeling lonely at one point, and you can realize, or you have realized, that you can still be in a group of people or be with people supposedly that are close to you, right? Or you feel are supposedly close to you, or were supposedly close to you, or even have this title that is associated to you, and still feel very much alone and lonely and misunderstood, right? And I feel like now you're on this path where, or you have been, where you'd rather be on your own and you're alone, but you're not lonely. And it's like it's been a learning curve for you. And so, therefore, I feel like you don't have much of a problem anymore from detaching from certain people, places, and things that are kind of promoting the sense of, I'm hearing upset, or getting you to feel a certain type of way about yourself, whereby there's that kind of more negative connotation. Interesting. Bear with me, guys. I'm, obviously challenging. Wow, I'm channeling these messages. Something has been challenging, but I hear that you're very much getting ready to embrace something entirely different. You may not necessarily see or know what this may be for you, but I feel like you're ready. I feel like you are ready for whatever this is, because you've been feeling it coming. I'm hearing that song. I Feel It Coming by The Weekend. Okay. 555 is very significant. 444, 777, 888, 555, 999, 1010, 222, and 111, 1111 as well. Other messages. There is a strong possibility that you are being rewarded or recognized and celebrated in regards to achieving a certain goal or a milestone in your career. Okay. And I feel like this is long awaited. I feel like something has taken you years to create, years to build, right? And you had this vision and you moved yourself on forward. And even if there was a sense of resistance that was coming up against you, in regards to this vision. You persevered, you were consistent, you were disciplined, and you carried on regardless. And I feel like you're going to be very much rewarded for this in many ways. Okay. I'm hearing not just with a certification or like a qualification or something like that. I'm getting something quite substantial here. Most potentially a lump sum of money is significant, but it's going to be more than just some sort of accolade, which is a physical representation of what it is that you've got. So not just like a, you know, a plaque or a trophy or a certificate, something like that, if you get what I mean. I feel like there's a new contract brewing for some of you, and it would be worthwhile to be, you know, thorough with the document. Maybe have somebody there to read through it with you. So maybe like a lawyer or a solicitor, a financial advisor for some reason may be significant, like an accountant if you're receiving some sort of money here. But it's important to make sure that you scrutinize the documents and make sure you know exactly what's going on to do with whatever's in the fine print for whatever it is that you're signing yourself onto, okay? Or what you're getting yourself into. I feel like somebody's business, okay? I'm hearing your baby, right? My baby. um, Something that you do really cherish, that you love, that you feel is everything to you, that you put so much in. I feel like there's something really exciting to do with this. You know, it taking off in some way, it elevating in some way. There could be new clients coming in, new contracts. Um, Something to do with international travel may be significant. There could be the sense that you're going to another country here. Maybe you're traveling for pleasure, like as in a holiday, and then you're picking up this sense of inspiration, and then you bring it back home and you're utilizing those ideas and seeing, I just heard fusion. So it's like you're fusing something together. It's like, you know, when chefs and they kind of incorporate two different cultures or two different styles of cooking. Like they have something that's very traditional and then very untraditional, and then they make that kind of fusion food. Like, so I'm getting something to do with fusing two ideas or inspirations coming together, and it's really quite remarkable. It's very exciting. People are wanting to find out more about this or behind the story as to why or how you came up with whatever this is. Okay. And hearing like, yeah, they're gonna be, you know, haters are gonna hate, or they're gonna be like, oh well, I could have come up with that idea and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, yeah, you could have done, but did you really follow through with any of it? Did you put the time, the effort, the energy, the resources? Did you invest? Did you, you know? And they'll be like, well, no, I didn't. You know, whatever kind of thing. And it's like, well, look, you were the one that showed up. You were the one that carried this out and saw it through. And then slowly but surely, you're getting this kind of end product, which is really quite incredible. Or like a brand of products or something. Like rebranding may be significant. I do feel also that there is potentially a romantic connection. Okay, could be new or somebody from the past. I feel like if it is somebody from your past, you both have been through a lot. Obviously, I'm not, you know, with anyone that wants anyone from the past, you know, or somebody from the past wants to come back with you. If it was toxic or abusive or anything like that, obviously, I don't condone those relationships, guys, and you know, walk away and stay clear from that and protect your energy, protect your peace, your space. Okay. But if there was somebody whereby you just weren't on the same page and you had of that history and things maybe never took off, there's definitely like a getting together with this person. to maybe come to negotiating certain things or a compromise, or, you know, getting everything out there on the table to express that sense of vulnerability between the two of you. This may be quite an intimate, um, open, honest, direct conversation, and there could be potentially movement forward in regards to this, and it's going to settle both of your minds, especially if you both have had a lot of worry to do with whether this is something that is going to be resolved, or if you both are going to be on the same page. I feel like there will be movement in regards to this, and it'll actually make the two of you, you know, stronger. I'm hearing this time round. Okay. Interesting. Lots of messages, guys. So, what is going on with the personalized messages for Scorpio? What do they need to know? Please, thank you. Sorry, just my microphone. I've only just started wearing a microphone, guys, because I wasn't able to afford one before, but I managed to find a good one that was a lot cheaper. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but at least it's something, right? And I don't feel like I have to shout when I'm doing my readings. What else is going on here? I probably will pick up on more messages, but what's going on for Scorpio? If you're dealing with a legal situation, there's going to be, you know, progress in regards to this. There's going to be a completion of this relatively soon. Something ruling in your favor. Okay. Manifesting your dream life. Absolutely. Whatever it is that you've been going through, that you've been enduring, it's all kind of led you up until this point, and things are going to be transforming dramatically for you in a very beautiful, positive way. Okay. Road trip. Yeah. So whether it's for business or pleasure, or you just want to have a few days away just to kind of clear your head and get away from it all, I'm not getting so much like you're doing it because you feel the need to necessarily escape or run away. I'm just getting that you just need a bit of time to just think things through, or, you know, maybe cleanse your energy or regroup even. And this will help with coming it, you know, getting new ideas or inspiration for what it is that you wanting to work on, or you're going to go back to working on, if it's a particular project that you've had in mind. One more, please. Okay. One more. Your dreams could be quite vivid at this time. You're getting a lot of information through your dreams. So I'm getting something to do with dream symbolism. So you could be looking up certain things that have happened in your dreams of what it means, and that could be helping you in regards to what is kind of going on in regards to your subconscious. Okay, I just heard. Career change, absolutely. Now, some of you may not be necessarily prepared for this, okay? In the way that I mean is that there could be something that's coming in for you that's really very different for what you currently do, and this could actually be a very welcome change and actually suit you better, or you will enjoy this more than what it is that you currently are doing, or you know exactly what it is that you're wanting to do for a career change, or you're wanting to go from employed to self-employed, like an entrepreneur, a business owner, or something like this. um, or potentially you could just be making a few tweaks, a few changes within the umbrella of the kind of career that you're already in, with the work that you already do. So I'm hearing like a change of scenery may be significant. So physically, or this is something to do with, I'm hearing a change is as good as a rest sometimes. So if you're in a position and place where you feel like you can't genuinely rest because you have so much going on, then making a few changes and implementing that could be of a great assistance for you. Your past doesn't determine your future, absolutely. You know, you've learned a lot from your past, but I feel like you're getting into a position and place where you're realizing, look, I'm not going to have my past, try and taint these new beginnings that are coming through for me. I'm not going to let them keep me in the past. I'm going to push on forward here and have this place of like peace and acceptance within yourself, that yes, you went through what you went through, but you've grown and evolved and learned so much. And you know what lessons you're taking with you, and you know who or what you're taking with you into this next part of your journey, and what you're kind of leaving behind, right? Highest timeline, absolutely. You're getting ready to go into your highest timeline, okay, which is really quite beautiful. But I feel like that this is happening for you. 41, 44 just come up on the timer, so 144, 44 or 41 is significant, or 1144 I just heard. What's going on, please and thank you, with the angel answers? Improving health, absolutely. There's something better. Yeah, there's definitely something better on the horizon for you, for sure. I feel like there's definitely an increase in money as well. More offers and opportunities, and in comparison from where you are this time next year, your life is going to be drastically different, like unrecognizable, okay? And the situation will improve. Dolphins may be significant. And don't stop. Yeah, don't give up. Carry on. And I'm hearing that you're going to be getting into a position and place with this romance card that you're going to be romanticizing your life, like you're going to be genuinely loving your life, rather than potentially just giving off an impression that, to others that you've been okay, and others thinking and feeling that you're in love with your life, right? When that may have not been necessarily the case. I don't know, that sounds a bit specific, but your love life is being highlighted here. I feel there's a very strong sensual connection that you're going to have with somebody as well. Absolutely. I did just get told, guys, that if there is the possibility of you connecting with someone romantically, obviously it depends. There may be a strong possibility for pregnancy, okay? Um, because obviously with the full moon being in your sign, Scorpio, your rulers of the 8th house, which is to do with like sensual energy, and etc. And also we have Venus in Aries right now, and I do believe there's some Mars in Leo, so lots of fire and passion. So just kind of putting it out there, right, to let you guys know whether this is something that may potentially happen for you, for like in regards to pregnancy, or somebody that is close to you. Just putting it out there, right? But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the read. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, strong Aries, Pisces again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, pretty much all the signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I just looked up on my timer and 4444 came through. You may be seeing those numbers, or it may be worthwhile to look up the angel number meaning. Pretty much all the signs came through. But I hope that there was some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available on the channel. And please feel free to check out the other zodiac sign readings that I provide to gain more insight in regards to your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node placements in your birth chart for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings. Please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.